Hey, how's it going, guys? CEO Will, man. We're back on another video. On today's video, we're going to be reacting to some more controversial stuff, man. This video is going to be about, pretty much the Crawford interview that he did with the pivot. I kind of want to comment on that and see what Anton Daniels had to say about this. Obviously because of the amount of money that they're talking about, and him and Bud pretty much saying that he'll turn that money down. But without further ado, let's get straight to it. You'll sell your soul for 100 million. Channing Crowder embarrassed himself talking to La Bud.
Amazon isn't with physical products. It's with Amazon.
And running it back, I made paying homage to the ones before us and us, passing the torch to the ones after us. So I'm cool with passing the torch.
And bro, you say you did all that work.
Somebody said, did you do it last night? No, we talked about Bud Crawford talking about getting divorced. We didn't talk about Bud Crawford in this whole situation as far as like him talking about money. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different part of the interview.
Your whole life, undefeated, but you grind to feed your kids and to make better for your family. I always say everything got a price. Because people say, like, I love my dog. I get $100. No, I get $1,000. No, I get $100,000. Hey, you can have him.
Let me say this. I'm not a dog lover. I'm not a dog lover. I was looking at a video where they were documenting the whole Chernobyl nuclear reactor meltdown.
All right, Anton, we ain't trying to hear about your dog, man. We're trying to get your feedback.
Right. And that they all had, they never went back because the spot is they had.
My bad, y'all. I'm about to fast forward to get back.
I'd rather
the magic question.
Value, they have people. So even in people themselves, more example in this content.
Number that can get you back in that ring.
Fight.
Like, my thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
That's the craziest statement that I'd have never heard in my life. Of all of the things that I've ever heard on the internet, and I've heard some gruesome things, I've heard some crazy things, I've heard some diabolical things, I've heard some insane things, I've heard some wild things. Let me give the pivot credit, and let me also give the pivot grace. I'm gonna play it again, and I'm gonna give the pivot credit, and I'm gonna give the pivot grace.
No, I get $100,000. Hey, you can have him. Like, my thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
Let me give the pivot credit. All right. The reason why, what up?
Well, before you get into all that, man, I don't think that Bud is telling the truth. I think that Bud is being extremely dishonest. I think that it's a marketing move for him. I think that for a majority of his career, he has 100% fought for pretty much good money, but for, in terms of his talent level, for pennies on a dollar. Let's just be completely transparent. He's always taking the short end of the stick just to make a fight happen because he always understood that he was just better and that he was just going to let his hands get him to that point. Now that he's beat Canelo, I mean, first and foremost, Bud Crawford has already had interviews where he's pretty much already said that, yeah, man, he'll get in a fight. He'll get in the ring with Logan Paul or Jake Paul for $100 million. I don't know if he was being dishonest or not, just, fucking around or not, but $100 million, I mean, what is different now in comparisons to these other previous fights that you had when you did it for $100,000, $50,000? Is it genuinely because, hey, you know what I'm saying? I need the money. This is how I'm, this is how I'm taking care of myself. This is how I'm taking care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to understand what makes it different now. What makes it selling your soul now? Because somebody's asking you to get in the ring for $100 grand because now you don't feel like fighting anymore because now you just want to stay retired. I think it's all marketing. That's just my take. I mean, shoot me. It is what it is. I think that he's going to leverage this and pretty much secure what he wants for a fight. He's going to take the Floyd effect and he's just going to have fun with it. He's going to go in there and beat people up all over again. I think that for sure there's no rush for him to get back in the ring right now. And like I said, I'm not a sports analyst or anything like that, so don't take it as that. But I don't think that it should be a rush. Literally, like you came up a few weight classes to come and beat pretty much the boogeyman of the boxing world, the sweetheart of the boxing world, one of the faces of boxing. But for sure, I think that he's been dishonest $100 million. I mean, that will set up his great grandkids. That's life-changing money. All for an hour worth of work. I don't know.
Kim, the reason why I want to give the pivot credit is because do you know how much courage that it takes as a content creator, especially with this being pre-recorded, to leave that in? They could have easily edited that out and we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. But the reason why I have so much respect for content creators, the reason why I have so much respect for people that leave it in is because it fosters more conversation. I love the fact that they left it in. I'm going to get to that, Angie. I love the fact that they left that in because it takes courage to do that, and I don't think that people get enough credit.
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused on unleashing American oil from North Dakota and Montana. We've already sold over
for actually leaving something like that in. Now, I'm gonna also give them grace because I'll get to that other part right in a second. But let me say this statement. When you say stuff like that, the power of life and death is in the tongue. That's why we have to be careful with what we say. When you say that, when he said that, I don't even want to repeat what he said. When he said this right here,
kids and to make better for your family. I always say everything got a price. Because people say like, I love my dog. I get $100. No, I get $1,000. No, I get $100,000. Hey, you can have him. Like, my thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
let me tell you what happens when you talk about the devil.
And then you can't take Crowder serious neither. Crowder's not a serious dude. He's trying his best to be serious, but that's not really his lane. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for him because he was just having fun, but then, Crawford was kind of like changing energy. And I think Crawford knew what he was doing. He didn't have to take that approach straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's all light. It's all whatever. He could have just made that feel like, cause now he feels dumb and scared because he can't tackle this guy. But to fight him, but he should not be leading the questions.
Here's you. I know y'all don't think that spirits exist. I know y'all don't think that we battle in principalities. I know y'all don't think that you think that everything that you say it doesn't really matter. It just falls on deaf ears. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the power of life and death is in the tongue. And when you say stuff like that, the devil can hear it. When you say stuff like that, the devil hears it and he acts on it. He acts on it. Oh, that's the price? Because see, $100 million, in reality, the value of money is what we give to it. Now, I'm not telling you that money isn't important, but I'm telling you that it's not worth your soul. That's why the scripture says
it shouldn't even be a conversation of soul or not. It should just be more so he just don't want to fight anymore. And that's it. He feels like he has enough money to not have to jump back in the ring to put himself at harm's way, and that's it. all the talk about, your soul and this and third, I don't really agree with that. I don't think that this should be that, I don't think this should be that conversation, not right now. You know what I'm saying? But hey.
Love. People often get this wrong. They say money is the root of all evil. It's not. It's not. You're misquoting the scriptures. You need to go and read it again. It says the love of money is the root of all evil, meaning that you will do anything, including even give up your soul for it. The love of money is the root of all evil, and you will sell your left nut and give up your soul for it. That's why when people say stuff like, man, I done seen people do all kind of scenarios. Would you let a guy do something to you? Would you put on a dress inside of a movie if they was to give you 10 million, 20 million, $30 million? No, never. Because how I got it matters just as much as whether or not I get it. When y'all get mad at me because I say that black culture is trash and the things that we celebrate the most, and I say, why do y'all pedestalize niggas that sold drugs, that sold dope, that sold poison to their people in order to get rich? They sold it to their own mamas. I don't respect that. Y'all respect that.
Yeah, I think he should chill out. I think he should chill with that kind of language only because, you come from that struggle. And, a lot of people, up until they get to a certain status of life, bro, they don't know any better. That's real talk. That's like Africans in the middle of the woods. You know what I'm saying? What they know is what they know. How to survive is how to survive until somebody shows them differently. So I think that the glorifying them is justified, but shaming them because of what they do and how they had to do it, I don't think that should be, frowned. Their actions is frowned upon, but their reasoning could be just as innocent as anyone else's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe other people was selling crack to their mama and they just thought it was okay. Maybe other people was pimping their mama and they thought it was okay to be a pimp. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what people are raised around and what they are taught to be normal. So yeah, I'll probably chill out with that one. Think you tripping. Anton.
I don't respect that. And then people get mad at me and they say, oh, you think you better than. I am not willing to do certain things for money. I believe in working my ass off. I tell the bag chasers all the time when we do a stock club, when we do a block club, when we doing whatever it is that we doing, I tell them 100% of the time, hey, we about slow money. We don't go and trade options. We don't do this. We don't do that. Respect to people that have done the research and they say that they're able to do it successfully. God bless you. But we about slow money. I tell them, I say, hey, make the sacrifice over 10 years. We get rich. We live the rest of our life the way that we want to.
Damn.
I can't do it. It's certain things that I'm unwilling to do. It's certain things that I'm unwilling to do in war. It's easy to just say, okay, well, listen, I can do this. I can go. Because see, I actually met your chick. I met your girl in real life right there. It's easy for me to go all the way down in the dumps to do my research, to get my guys on stuff. I got the money and the resources to find out and do anything that I want to do. But guess what I'm not going to do? I can't break bro code. I can't break my morals. I can't do this. I feel like everything is a test. Tasha K begged me. Tasha K practically begged me and said, who is the girl that he told? She asked me over, I hope she leave that party in. She asked me over and over. She said, who is this girl? Who is he talking to or whatever? I said, Tasha, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do that. Because I'm not him. I'm not them. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it I got to do it differently than everybody else. I can't do it. I can't do it. Because that's a real life person. We're not just talking in general. We're not saying, oh man, these chicks is out here dusty. We're literally taking somebody that has chosen not to be a content creator, and I'm not about to up in their life like that. I can't do that. That's not me. It's not in my code. I can't do broke. I don't care how much I hate you. I don't care how much I actually want to take your head off. I don't care how you've transgressed against me. I can't do that because it goes against my code. Fuck you. It's for me. Forgiveness is for me, not for you. So when he said this, I believe that the devil listened. I wouldn't put it past Channing Crowder to get obsessively rich within the next 5 to 10 years. I wouldn't put it past Channing Crowder to get outrageously rich within the next 5 to 10 years. I wouldn't put it past it because the devil is listening. What'd you say? See, that's nothing to him. What'd you say? You wouldn't? Really? So, okay, all right. What up, Daryl from Tennessee?
I think what he's saying is legit. I think what he's saying is true. I think for the lightness of this conversation, I think that homie taking a little bit too far. I'm not gonna hold you. I think that you need to just chill a little bit. I think that I think you're just having a good time and you're just essentially entertaining your audience. But ultimately, homie, like, you know, it ain't that serious, bro. I don't think like let's not forget that these all guys, for the most part, I will assume based off their popularity status, if they don't have $1 million in the bank, their net worth is $1 million plus. Like, these are all millionaires. Let's just call it what it is. We're not talking to, so these guys are just talking about that ultimate number because Bud Crawford deserves it. At the end of the day, Bud Crawford, you deserve $100 million fight. Unfortunately, it didn't happen during the Canelo fight, but you deserve to walk away from this game with that Floyd Mayweather effect. The way that you handled Earl Spence, Jesus Christ, the way that you went out and handled Canelo, it was like you made these guys look like something off of a city bus, right? Hey, you want to go and spar? Yeah, sure. Took them to the gym and like spanked them, and these were like $100 million, $50 million guys per fight, mega stars before you step into the ring with them. So I think that was the position of the question, where this guy Anton is taking it. I think it's just a little too far, homie. Like, I don't think that's really what he meant by that. I think that his angle was a little bit skewed. I think he was genuinely just trying to be funny. I don't think that homie, even though what you are saying is true, the devil is, listen, that's a fact. But I don't think that is what homie intention was by putting that out there. Knowing how, just from the outside looking in, seeing how Crowder is just like pretty much a silly person. He's just a millionaire at that, so he has the right to be silly. He went out, he bust his butt. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe he was a first round draft pick. So then you're staring at a hardworking motherfucker who went out and put his body on the line to sit in that seat that he's sitting right here in front of Bud Crawford to ask these silly ass questions. He earned it. So I don't think that he will, let somebody go and, hunch him in the butt for $100 million, if that's not the way he gets down. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that serious. So I don't think it's that serious.
I can't do it. I can't do it. It's a wild statement to make. It really is. It honestly is.
Like, my thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
That's crazy to say.
He's silly. He's being.
Now we know that character.
He being for real.
Sometimes,
I'm gonna have to give Channing some credit too. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Let me hear this shit.
The reason that I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt is because sometimes the best interviewers, I wouldn't have said it, but I'm gonna give him grace. I wouldn't have said it, but sometimes the best interviewers, their job is to get you to speak authentically about what you believe, what your thoughts are, and about whatever it is that you're having a conversation.
You're just trying to get them comfortable.
Sometimes they may say things to draw out certain responses to see whether or not you'll do it. I'm going to give him grace. I'm giving him grace. I'm going to give him grace. Maybe Channing, correct your car, provoked a response. Maybe he pushed it a little too far in our opinion, but we're the people that's observing. Maybe he did that so that he can get the best response out of him possible to see what he would be willing to do.
A black folk, kinfolk. Yep.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
That's
I know everybody else is not. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
You look at people and you be like, dang, man, you ain't got no dick.
But why wouldn't everybody else give him the benefit of the doubt, though? What did he do wrong? He's an interviewer. You know what I'm saying? His job is to provoke a response out of this guy. And it technically it worked because it went viral. We're reacting to it. He did his job. The job of an interviewer is to go out and to create moments in the interview that will last for forever. You know what I'm saying? And I think that as silly and as unprofessional as those may view Crowder, at the end of the day, out of all three people on the pivot, the only thing that's on a repeat right now is the question that he asked, which provoked the response that he got. He did his job. If I had the little bomb thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's gonna play. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. You know what I'm saying? He did his job. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, that video on the pivot is doing numbers right now for one reason and one reason, for one person and one person only. Crowder and Crawford, the double C's. You can't blame homie for doing his job. He did not do anything wrong. So he may not have said it in the most politically correct manner, but that's not the angle of the channel. It's the reason why he's there. He's there to get people comfortable, get people out of their professional, politically correct, media trained behaviors, mannerisms, and responses, and to get them to talk about how they really feel, because this is the purpose of their platform. So if anybody has an issue or a problem with how he asks a question or saying anything negative about him, guess what? The way he did it and how he did it got you to the point where you believe that you need to have a say-so and have an opinion, positive or negative, on him, including me, including Anton Daniels. So ring-a-ding-ding. The joke's on us technically because he got a response. So that's how I feel.
Dignity, you ain't got no morals. Like, come on, man. Like, what you gonna stand for if everything is about money? Like, I never was in a sport because of money, you know? Of course, I was in a sport to make money, but I wanted to be a world champion. Yeah. You know, I wanted to do something that I set my sights out to do as a little boy. And money wasn't the motivation. Me being a world champion was the motivation. Me accomplishing all the things that I've accomplished along the way on my journey, you know, it was extra credit. It was extra credit because it's coming from the hood. It was like, man, I just want to be a world champion because that's just my dream. So when I became a world champion, it was just like, man, all this other stuff is like a cherry on the top. Like, you know what I mean? I did what I set my sights out to do. Wow. It was evident that I wasn't gonna let nothing stand in the way of me accomplishing that goal.
And kudos to Crawford. Crawford did what he was supposed to do as well. Crowder did what he's supposed to do to get a response that helped his platform. And Bud did what he was supposed to do to give a response that essentially elevated his personal brand. Now people understand that this is a grown-up. This is a guy that is not happy to be here. This is a guy that is just not happy to be here. So anything goes, right? You could try me, you could say what you want to me, you could pull me in any direction. He's showing that he's a sound person. He makes sound decisions, and he's sound about how he feels. and articulate it in a manner where everybody in the room understand. He made sure that everybody, and not necessarily just in that room, but in the world, in the boxing world, or whoever wants him to step back in that ring to understand, if you're going to come at him correct. Don't come at him like Bud Crawford, who is happy to be here. Come at him like Bud Crawford, who I'm okay with you or without you, and I understand who I am and what I am and what I've done in this sport. So if you want me, pay me. Case closed. You did your job.
In my life, I was just like,
What Bud is saying is the thing that we say all the time. Bad chasing is chasing your purpose.
Here's something most drivers don't know. The older your car, the cheaper your insurance should be.
Bad chasing is chasing your purpose. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. The money come with it, baby. We don't have to sell out for money. The money is coming anyway because we already going to be rewarded for our diligence, for the things that we do. That's great. We're going to be awesome and we're going to get that bag. Bad chasing, it's a slogan, but the meaning behind it is we chasing our purpose, understanding that the money come with it, the success come with it, the women come with it, the greatness come with it, the accolades come with it, the visibility come with it. Sometimes things come with it that you don't want to come with it, but it's coming with it. That's what it's about. And so what Bud is basically saying, because I have to give Bud credit. You know what Bud did? He came in, he won, he dominated, he made his money, and then he got out with all of his faculties. And you can't pay for that shit.
On God.
You can't pay for that shit. Because
On
when I
God.
be seeing these old football players and these old boxers, and they got the shakes, and they can't hold their food down, and they still be broke at the end of the day too, you can't put a price on the fact that he's still in his right mind.
Yep.
He got all of his faculties, money than 99% of all of the population, and he a champion, and he ran up a bag, and he said, listen, I'm out.
And he did it in your face the right way.
Got to the top of the mountain. He retired. And then he retired. And then he got all of his faculties. He can still talk. He can still speak. He can play with his kids. He can have an interview. And he good. He won. Bud won. And it ain't $100 million that you can give me that would cost for me to lose one brain cell, and I already won.
Straight up. And the business that he's going to get from this fight is going to be crazy because now he's established a brand of integrity because, you know, people are watching. Once you do something that's magnificent as Bud did, especially as, we some niggas now, you know what I'm saying? They expect you to do some nigga shit and to say some nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? Or to behave like a nigga who ain't never had nothing. So Bud is showing, hey, I am translucent. I can be with my folks, my kinfolk, and I could be on the other side doing proper business. I'm marketable. I'm a commercial. I'm safe. You can pay me. And it does not have to be through a boxing ring. I am a brand. I am a brand. I am a mega star that is safe to do business with. That's what he did, straight up. And he did it the right way. Can't take that from him.
He won. What more do you want? What more? Somebody said chasing is not success. It absolutely is. You know why? You know why it's success? Is because when you chase success, when you chase your purpose, when you chase greatness, you blow past the places that you thought that you weren't going to get to, continuously moving the carrot in front of you. And what happens is you change your goals. Because as you continue to grow and as you continue to chase greatness, you have to move the goalposts. And the things that was impressive to you before, you already blew past that shit. That's why some people have arrested development. They still think that what they did in high school is meaningful. They still think that what they did in high school is meaningful because their goal was to be popular in high school. We don't give a fuck about what happened then because that was 25 years ago. We don't give a fuck about what we did in our 20s. It was a learning lesson. We don't give a fuck about what we did in our 30s because it's already gone. All of the goals that's why I say I live 5 lifetimes, because everything I ever wanted to do, I achieved. So now I have to recalibrate and figure out what the next thing is. So I'm still chasing, but that allowed for me to blow past what I thought that I was able to do. It absolutely is success because success is relative. You can look back and say, man, I did this, I did that. Me chasing 2 million don't mean that I didn't already blow past a million subscribers.
Let's do it.
I was chasing 2 million subscribers.
And with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, man. If you're new to the YouTube channel, man, road to 1 million subscribers, man. This community, we about to turn this thing up, man.
That's the reason why I was able to get 1 million subscribers. And it wasn't until I passed 1 million subscribers, because y'all know me on my journey to 1 million, I said, I ain't even gonna pay attention to that. I got bigger goals in mind. I said, I'm not even gonna pay attention to that because I got bigger goals in mind. And it wasn't until we already had crossed it that I took an opportunity to sit back and say, you know what? We did good. You know what? We did good. We was chasing 2, and that's why we got 1. All loyalty, no bots.
No gangs.
I'm not chasing 2 million subscribers. I'm chasing 5. I'm chasing 5. And in the process of going to get 5, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to hit 2. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Context is everything.
We're at 7 million.
Context
Let's
is
get
everything.
to 1 million. I mean, we're at 7,000. Let's get to 1 million.
My mom telling me all the time, you need to get a plan B. You need to go to school. Man, you know me in school don't rock. That's what I'm going to school for.
Y'all lay tight.
I'm going to go to school and I'm
I don't know about all of that. Anyways.
Imagine being able to build an app.
All right, man, that's all we got for today's video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. If you appreciate that video, man, please drop a comment below. Hit the subscribe button. Until next time, I'm gone.